I have a lot of free time on my hands, so recently I started cyberbullying my dad. My dad's 64. He got a Facebook account. So I got a hold of his high school yearbook, found his friends that didn't have Facebook accounts, uploaded their pictures, created accounts, added my dad, started talking shit. We got my dad to drive 2 hours to Fargo, North Dakota to meet a high school classmate named Mel that we were pretending to be. I know what you're thinking, Si, that's called catfishing. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the bully part. My dad got in his truck. He drove 2 hours to Fargo. My brother and I followed behind him, giggling the entire way. He went in the restaurant. He waited 2 hours for Mel. Mel didn't show, 'cause we're Mel. We laughed those 2 hours also. He got back in his truck. He drove 2 more hours back home. We are now at 6 hilarious total hours. Watched him walk in the house, open up his laptop to open up a message from Mel that said, "Walked in, saw your face, you're still a bitch, took off." Internet's a young man's game, Bruce. Don't feel bad for him. Don't feel bad for my dad. He gets what he deserves. He retired, so he doesn't know what to do with himself, so he's bothering me all the time. So I was like, "Dad, you need to get some retirement hobbies." He called me. He's like, "I think I got a couple, bud." I was like, "Oh yeah, Dad, what are you doing?" He goes, "Well, I've started making my own wine and building my own knives." All right, Dad, those aren't retirement hobbies. Those are things guys do in prison. Is everything all right at home between you and Mom? Is there some sort of turf war situation going on that you need to get liquored up and make a shiv? How about you knock it off, Shawshank? And he goes, "Just so we're clear, wine is a high-class beverage." Called my mom. He's currently fermenting his first ever batch of wine in their garage in a 5-gallon bucket. The only way his wine could be lower class is if he was stirring it with a Mountain Dew Code Red can inside of Kid Rock's mouth. He goes, "Make fun of me all you want, but you're gonna be eating your words when I take home first prize at the wine tasting competition." Is that your real plan, Bruce? You were a college professor. Is that your real plan? I'm gonna gloss over the fact that I don't know if you even know if those are real competitions. I think you're just fucking winging it right now. I'm gonna focus on the fact that if they indeed are, there is no way you're gonna win one of those. Never will you hear the words like, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, first prize at today's wine tasting competition is a Minnesota Select from Bruce's Funky Bucket Wines." Now, this particular red was aged for nearly half a decade on a garage shelf next to some toxic paints and, of course, ant poisons. The grapes were foot stomped by the proprietor, Bruce Amundson himself, and then also by his dog Jackie when he wasn't paying attention. And if you taste, you get a bit of an earthiness there. That earthiness is from the actual dirt that was in the bucket at the start of the fermentation process. Because as Bruce's wife and reluctant co-owner Joanne puts it, he's never cleaned out anything in his whole life. Why would he start with that fucking bucket?